Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. During wars, countries make claims that they developed or they're in the process of developing the so-called Wunderwaffen, that is, wonder weapons. And the Russians now claim that they are working on this kind of Wunderwaffen. I'm pretty sure each and every military on this planet would like to have a weapon that would give them an absolute edge over their enemies or competitors. Now it's Russia's turn, and Putin makes again a statement in Far East, where he is right now in Vladivostok, that Russia is working at a certain kind of weapon. So I have Sputnik here, I have them hostage, and I will discuss this little article provided by Sputnik. Say, Sputnik, stay. So here it is. This article comes from Sputnik, as I said. It is from today, the 12th of September 2023. What does Putin mean by weapons based on new physical principles? So they are trying to give us an explanation as much as they can give us. Obviously, it's top secret and so on. And it's not only the Russians working on such weapons. Any country would do it. So remember this, new physical principles. All right, so Russia last proved its penchant for innovation in breakthrough weapons designs in 2018, unveiling a series of cutting-edge strategic systems. Fast forward 5 years, and the Russian president has again mentioned work on mysterious new arms based on, and I'm quoting, new physical principles, end quote. Sputnik turned to top Russian and US military experts for comment. So, Russia's defense sector is working on state-of-the-art weapons based on new physical principles, end quote, President Vladimir Putin has revealed. And I'm quoting, if one looks into the security sphere, weapons based on new physical principles will ensure the security of any country in the near historical perspective. We understand this very well and are working on it, end quote, Putin said in a wide-ranging speech at the Eastern Economic Forum on Tuesday. So, Putin did not elaborate, well, he can't, leaving media and military observers scrambling in a search for more information. The Russian Defense Ministry's official online encyclopedia defines weapons based on new physical principles as, if there's another car coming, I will close the windows. Here it is. Okay, fuckers. Do it now. Anyway, so again, they define the weapons based on new physical principles as, and I'm quoting, new types of arms whose destructive effect is based on processes and phenomena which have not previously been used for military purposes. As of early 21st century, these weapons are said to include direct energy weapons, laser, accelerator, microwave, and infrasonic-based arms designed to destroy or disable enemy manpower equipment or harden facilities and infrastructure. Now, infrasonic. So all types of directed energy weapons are practically inertia-free, and with the exception of infrasonic weapons, are instantaneous. The greatest success in this direction have been achieved in improving laser weapons, according to the Ministry of Defense. Electromagnetic weapons, ultra-high frequency, and laser-based whose destructive properties are achieved through the use of powerful, usually pulsed stream of electromagnetic coherent optical radiation, featured in some types of lasers, or incoherent optical radiation. We're familiar with that one, didn't we? Non-lethal weapons designed to disable weapons, equipment, material, and personnel without inflicting irreparable losses on the latter. or latter. The Russian military divides this into anti-personnel, anti-equipment material, and combined anti-personnel, anti-equipment, anti-material systems. This includes various weapons designed to replace existing tools used by domestic security services, such as tear gas, rubber bullets, psychotropic devices, infrasonic weapons, and electronic suppression, as well as military-grade biological and chemical agents, which can decompose or otherwise render useless fuels, insulation and rubber products, and ultra-high frequency systems meant to disable radio electronic components of enemy weapons and equipment. Now, geophysical weapons, seismic, climate, ozone, environmental. Things like this, I know we've been talking, me and my friends, and since we were maybe teenagers, about this kind of weapons. We heard about this kind of, they're trying to develop the Soviets and the Americans. They've been working on this. So this is collectively defined by the Ministry of Defense as, and I'm quoting, means to deliberately influence the environment, to use the forces of nature for military purposes, like a tsunami, like a seismic. That's why there's certain seisms that occurred where they were not kosher, but these hypothetical weapons are designed to act against the solid, liquid, and gaseous properties of the planet and its atmosphere, and can include using powerful explosives to cause earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, flooding, and other catastrophes, as well as altering the weather or climate in certain parts of the planet, resulting in droughts, floods, storms, etc. Ozone weapons are designated to create holes in the ozone layer, causing widespread damage using ultraviolet radiation from space across vast geographical areas. Finally, environmental weapons are characterized as those designed to target forests, crops, water, air, or soil resources, possibly through the use of chemical or biological agents. My friends, you talk about nuclear weapons, those are baby dolls compared with these things. Radiological weapons include arms whose destructive effect is based on the use of radioactive substances capable of poisoning manpower with ionizing radiation without a nuclear explosion, with radio sweeping materials obtained from the leftovers of nuclear fuel, or by exposing chemical elements to neutron fluxes to produce radioactive isotopes. These arms can be fitted inside shells, droppable bombs, missile warheads, and other conventional munitions, and are designed to contaminate the environment for tens, if not hundreds of years. Finally, genetic weapons, my friends, are defined as, I'm quoting, a type of weapon capable of damaging the genetic hereditary apparatus of human beings, including through the use of viruses with mutagenetic properties, as well as, and I'm quoting, mutations derived from natural sources by chemical synthesis or biochronological methods to cause damage or changes in DNA. This type of prospective weaponry is considered particularly dangerous in light of, and I'm quoting, the unpredictability of the consequences, end quote, of their use in the Russian military's estimation. Well. It says, what types of weapons based on new physical principles is Russia working on? Russia's military, the state, and the military-affiliated research institutes have been mostly tight-lipped about the types of weapons based on the new physical principles the country is developing, but have nevertheless dropped hints about their priorities and concerns. It says that Russia has set a blanket ban on the creation of genetic weapons. So, it says here that veteran Russian military observer told Sputnik that President Putin's comment on weapons based on new physical principles are most likely a reference to lasers and other high-energy physics-based weapons. And we have here, we have been working on laser weapons for quite a long time, since the 1970s, the observer said. Today, Sergei Grigorievich Garanin has been appointed general designer of laser systems. He's working at the All-Russian Scientific Research Institute of Experimental Physics and currently leading the development of 2 projects, including a laser complex and a whole complex of systems designed to ensure national security. In 2016, this guy recalled the Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev got a demonstration of an anti-drone laser weapon at the Institute of Laser Physics, after which the state gave the go-ahead on the technology's speedy introduction in the military. So now they talk about NATO, and we don't like this one. Now, the advantage of laser weapon is clear. They instantly destroy the target, but the disadvantages, especially in field applications, are very great. It's necessary. It affects to build a separate electrical generator for ground-based systems. So the president was talking about upcoming developments we will watch, and the entire Western world will also be watching, the experts summed up. Now he says the US aggressive, we're not gonna talk about that little thing. It says here, the United States military does not and is not capable of defending the United States proper, nor can it well defend its many bases around the world. American politicians confuse offense and hegemony with defense, and this vulnerability has shaped the defensive and offensive actions of areas of the world that the US considers its enemies and threats, the observer said. Well, let's read the last paragraph here. Ultimately, this guy believes that the countries that will set the trend in the creation of new advanced defense systems of the future will be those that will be open to all kind of technology. Okay, Captain Obvious. All right, we got that one covered. Two, right? So, my friends, they those scary, how do you call it? Areas that they said the weapons. Directed energy weapons, electromagnetic weapons, non-lethal, lethal, whatever weapons, geophysical weapons, radiological weapons, and genetic weapons. That's more scary than the atomic bomb and nuclear bombs. I remember when I heard about a method to bombard with, I don't know if that was, with a certain kind of wavelength to the cameras, to the lens. When you go, let's say you go and you have the media back there and you have the cameras, and those actually are transmitters. So they bombard you, they expose you to radiation. No, that's been, I don't know, 30 years ago, maybe more than 30 years ago. More than 30 years ago, I heard about that from someone who had some knowledge, let's put it mildly. Okay, so if that had that kind of thing, so like a camera, I'm gonna show with the camera with a zoom, and actually that's a frequency generating whatever frequency pop. I don't know, because I didn't understand exactly what he was talking about, but he said, well, a certain kind of wavelength is gonna bombard you and blah blah blah. Like kind of, I'm assuming with certain kind of rays that they can. I don't know if you can fit that in a this kind of camera with a zoom. Nevertheless, this is what Putin is talking so far. I'm pretty sure the Americans are working at that as well, and other countries, the Brits, the French, the Germans, the Israelis, the Indians probably. All right, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.